sport mode is a beast. Holy. Alright guys, here we go. We're at Bison Thunder dealership, Indian Motorcycles. Look at that sweet trailer. Pretty cool. This is what we're going to be riding up next. Indian, this thing is a Chief, Dark Horse, Stage 1 slip-ons, strut covers, billet drive floorboards, so a bunch of dress-up stuff, and then 16-inch apes. No cams in this one, so we're going to see. We're going to see what it's like. I'm going to directly be trying to figure out what it's like in comparison to the Harley. That's going to be what this is all about. I'm excited. These are really cool. There's some super beautiful bikes here. The Indians, it's kind of weird that I'm choosing the flat black one, but I don't think I'll do that next time. They've got an Elite over there. It's got a killer paint job. The paint on these is just amazing. So yeah, we'll check it out and I'll catch up with you once we start rolling. Alright guys, we got some giant apes here. This is much bigger than the apes on my Uncle John's bike. Say they're 16 inches. It's plenty. Gonna have probably zero low speed handling.
Have a good time.
Actually, low speed doesn't feel too bad right there. First thing I will mention right now is there's a lot of play in this throttle. It feels like I need a lot of wrist movement before it starts feeding back to me here, and I can't really hear the pipes too much, so it's hard to know when I'm ready to rock. I don't know why that guy went over, but can't barely see the guy behind me at all. Should have adjusted those mirrors. Alright, so initial reaction, it had plenty of juice just getting up to speed right there, but I don't know what we're doing, like 30, I guess. So no big deal. I'm trying to follow this security guy, but oh, it all merges in anyway. Okay. So the low end grunt is different than on the Harley. This is a lot more smooth application. I don't know if this is ride by wire. I'll have to look into that, but it feels that way. It feels like it's a ride by wire situation, a little bit of hesitated response, but so far pretty comfortable even with the giant apes. But I don't know what I'm in, like maybe third gear, and we're just kind of tooling along here. Kind of pretty. I guess for a cruiser, it's absolutely low key. I mean, it's comfy. It feels just as comfortable as any, other cruiser, I guess, or at least the Harley that I was on. Floorboards are in a good position. My legs are a nice, like 90-degree angle. That does sound good once I get on it. It sounds real nice once you get on it. I mean, God, it's weird, because what can you even say about a cruiser? the cruiser should be comfortable, right? And it should have plenty of torque and feel like it's gonna, you know, do its job even if you had a passenger on or whatever. It definitely feels that way. It doesn't feel down on power. We're taking, you know, somewhat corners here, and it feels fine. I'm just lean it in the corner and goes around. And we're not doing any kind of real major speed. The surge of power is very smooth. The way the power comes on is just like very smooth. Feels linear and smooth as I roll that throttle on. It is nice that right now, I guess, so RPMs, it's weird having a digital screen. Looks like an old Timex for RPMs. I'm at 2 grand right now. So pretty low R's. I think Redline is like 5 grand, the guy told us in the showroom. This feels like sort of low speed to me. Low speed handling, obviously, that's fine. I mean, you just gotta know to lean and not turn your bars so much, especially with these apes. So that's a weird thing. I mean, I maybe got up to 3,500 R's right there, and that felt like almost like it was starting to, I don't know, like it didn't like spooling up that high. But we'll see once we get to a highway zone. I mean, the thing definitely looks cool. I'm not a huge fan of the flat black. I'm also pretty short, so keep that in mind. I forgot to mention that early on. I'm like 5'6", little over 200 pounds, and I could touch easily when stopped. While seated, I'm very comfortable. I mean, it feels like I'm kind of stretched out, but my legs feel nice, comfy. So, again, back to the power. It's, boy, that does lean in nice. That leans in real nice. I mean, we're only doing like 30. And nothing feels funky or strange. It doesn't feel like it wants to tip in. I don't feel like too much rake or anything. It feels fairly solid. Let's see what we got here. So there again, you know, I can't imagine running it up to 5 grand. That was like 3,500 R's, and I mean, we're right up to speed, so it's got plenty of torque, man. But it doesn't feel overwhelming. It does not feel like it doesn't feel like I'm really, holy crap, you know? It doesn't feel like you gotta hang on for dear life. It's very smooth, very straightforward kind of power. And right here, I mean, I'm in 5th gear, doing 50, 55. You know, I think it's got a 6-speed. So I guess I can go down to 2 grand and really get some, really get some gas mileage out of it. The ape hangers, it's kind of interesting. One guy even found out he was riding a bike with apes and then didn't want to do it. I don't know, I don't mind them. These are a little too tall for me. Like this right now is over my shoulders for sure. It doesn't feel all that bad. Feels like I'd probably be comfortable, but who knows? I mean, I can imagine with my arms this high up, it's I'd probably end up getting tingling in my fingers after a while. So I'm really digging just the overall build quality of these Indians. I will say, so their paint jobs are like, they really look nice, and the build quality looks fantastic. So back to the flat black talk. I don't really dig the flat black, but I kind of want to ride something without any kind of windshield or fairing, and something with pipes at least. And then, you know, the apes, I kind of just thought, well, let's see what they feel like. Now, I think this one they're hoping to be a very popular machine, and with the whole blacked out, you know, thing, going for that badass deal. And I have to say, when you look at them, I would rather have a nice piece of eye candy. I mean, their paint jobs are just beautiful, and the chromed out engines are insane. Like, it's just, the engine is huge and looks amazing. Cylinder heads are just humongous. Yeah, so $3,800 maybe I got to, and it was nothing crazy exciting. It was fine. It's plenty to get you up to speed. You know, it was enough excitement, I guess, but it doesn't feel like holy crap. It just feels like nice smooth torque. It did not, I mean, $3,800 I think I was at, and that did not, it sort of felt like it didn't like it. Like, if that was really, if this tack is 100%, which it should be for a brand new bike, I can't imagine wrapping it out to $5,000. I cannot imagine that, by the way this thing just felt. We'll see here. I think we're hitting some highway. We're hitting some highway, I think, and well, I don't know. I don't know if I'll try to ramp to $5,000. I don't think it's real necessary, but we'll just scope it out. Give this guy some room. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, that was definitely a rev limiter at $5,000. It pulled all the way, man. That pulled all the way. Actually, once I wrapped her into that territory, that was fantastic. That felt like it definitely, it pulled all the way to $5,000. Solid torque, man. And then now that we're up to speed, this is better. $2,300, $2,400. Yeah, this feels like you could just sit here and do this all day long. That feels nice, and it's not laboring at all. So I was wrong. It didn't feel fussy actually at that point at all. It felt fine going all the way to $5,000. Totally, just probably me not being used to the bike. Something. Keep checking my camera because I feel my camera, I think it's yanked on by my jacket because my arms are up so high. Gonna try to get on the Indian Scout, see what happens there. And I mean, I'd maybe even do another dresser just for the heck of it. They've got one with a stage 2 like cam kit in it and stuff. That would be kind of nice. So here's the deal. Can I find, there's second, first, okay. I found neutral easy enough, but I couldn't find out of it. So that I just don't like. Maybe there's just too much play in the throttle. So as a direct comparison to the Road Glide, this one in particular, I'm not sure. That's a tough one. Similar amount of power. Handling felt very similar to me. Seating position is nice. I think I just got to get on something that doesn't have the apes. That might help out quite a bit. These apes are pretty tall for me. But it was good. It was good. So far, first impressions, Indian is good. Build quality is awesome. If you're looking for a cruiser, this is a viable option. This low speed handling isn't bad, except for when I got to turn these friggin' apes. That's hilarious. Anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. Check me out on Instagram, 2 Wheel Ton. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you with the next one.